Coming up on this edition of the news feed, according to the Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries, there has been an increase in the black bear population right here in the New River Valley.
Plus, one of our very own, Freddie Mesmer, will be joining us on the show today to tell us more about a rare but life-changing disease, gastroparesis, and his efforts to raise awareness.
And if you are still looking for plans for Halloween, we have found the perfect local attraction that will give you a good scare. Those stories and more are just ahead.
Roll A, take A.
Hello and thank you for joining us for this edition of the news feed. I'm Brady Hess.
And I'm Emily McCall. A first of its kind bill aimed at protecting animals is now state law in California. Pet stores in the state now must have all cats, dogs, and rabbits come directly from shelters and nonprofit rescue groups instead of breeders. While Virginia doesn't have a similar regulation, Governor McAuliffe has created stricter regulations. Thanks to a law that began this summer, pet stores in the Commonwealth can only buy dogs from sellers with a valid license who have not had a serious violation or more than 2 minor violations. Those laws are something local rescue shelters are grateful for. They say when looking for a new furry friend, it is more important to adopt and not shop.
Every time that you adopt, whether you're adopting from a municipal facility or a nonprofit like ours, you are saving a life. Because when you adopt, you're making room for the next pet that comes in that needs a home.
Peterson says when searching for a new 4-legged friend, make sure you understand the commitment that is involved if you would like to adopt a pet. You check out the available ones at rvspca.org.
If you're a resident of Blacksburg or the surrounding New River Valley area, you might have noticed your trash has been invaded when you wake up in the morning or have witnessed a black bear casually strolling in the midst of civilization. The black bear population in Virginia, especially here in the mountain regions of the West, has grown significantly. The Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries is monitoring the bear population in the state. With the growing numbers, bears are becoming increasingly more comfortable with humans, resulting in more human-bear conflict and interaction. Laura Mingick, a graduate student who has studied human-bear interactions in her past, says why bears might be scrounging through your trash can.
With fluctuations in the natural food availability, so things like, that acorns and berries and stuff that bears eat, if there's a bad natural food year, bears are more likely to come into contact with people searching for human food.
With the population on the rise, the department has provided a list of resources on their website to make residents more aware and prepared for potential contact with the black bear, as bears frequently move to seek food during the winter months.
As the winter season quickly approaches, illnesses are more prevalent as the climate starts to shift. Illnesses can be contagious in any close contact place, like in a home, workplace, or school. Newsfeed reporter Andrew Matua-Pawaka has more on the story.
As flu season approaches, athletes become very vulnerable in places like their locker rooms where they are in close contact with other teammates. Little things as easy as sneezing and coughing can spread illnesses among close contact or the sharing of things.
So we look at transmission. Viruses and bacteria transmit either person to person. Certainly good hand washings, making sure you're getting between the fingers and washing pretty well, not just the quick splashes of water. There's pretty special attention to kind of wiping down. So we use a lot of sanitizing wipes all the exam table and physical therapy, those kind of things, wiping down countertops, wiping down door handles, a lot of those things that people go in and out and have a lot of contact with.
Staying healthy is important for a student athlete's success both in the classroom and in their sport. Doctors offer over-the-counter medicine to help prevent the illnesses before they happen.
So if they've got any open wounds, we don't want them getting in the hot tub or the cold tub without some type of covering on it. We also have a pool service that comes in every day, checks the chemicals to make sure those are okay.
Nutrition and hydration are crucial for an athlete's performance and overall health. It's important for an athlete's body to get the nutrients and vitamins needed for their body to recover.
When you're training hard, our body's immunity decreases a little bit, so it makes us a little bit more susceptible to illness and infection. So those fueling well, hydrating well, all that stuff will kind of help support our immunity.
Proper hydration and diet are just as important as washing your hands, sneezing, and coughing properly. This is Andrew Mutuapuaka reporting for the news feed.
There's a new social media buzz breaking ground. A 21-year-old from Massachusetts started a social media challenge in hopes to raise awareness for a special cause.
Newsfeed reporter Freddie Mesmer is here with us to talk more about this story. Freddie?
Yeah, thanks, Emily and Brady. The power of social media can be very strong, as we have seen in the past with something like the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. This year, there's a new challenge, the Gastroparesis Pie Face Challenge. A Massachusetts boy started the Gastroparesis Pie Face Challenge on social media to try and raise awareness for the disease. Gastroparesis is a disease in which your stomach becomes paralyzed. This disease affects nearly 1 million people in the United States. The Virginia Tech men's tennis team decided to take on this challenge to spread awareness and hopefully raise donations for research into gastroparesis. The team made pies from whipped cream and decided to pie each other instead of themselves.
So I think this has been a great thing for our team to accept this challenge and to understand what he's going through, but what many people go through in the United States and around the world. And hopefully by our team doing it, maybe some other people will catch on and maybe do it as well, and maybe raise the awareness around the globe of what this is and how it affects people, and certainly people that are close to us.
Thompson says that he thinks this challenge also does a good job of building team camaraderie. The hope is that other organizations or teams around the area will take part in this initiative to continue to raise awareness for this disease.
Freddie, we know that you've had a personal experience with this as well. Would you care to share with us just a little bit about your walk with that?
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with this 2 years ago now, and I've had to go through this every day. Like I said, it's a disease that paralyzes my stomach, so I've got to take medicine 3 to 4 times a day to deal with that. And it's definitely been a challenge because I have to change the way I eat, when I eat, what I can eat, and it's just been very difficult, but something I'm getting through. So,
Well, we're glad that you're getting through it. In other news, are you interested in getting a unique perspective on history? The University Library's Special Collections Department has been participating in a social media campaign throughout October for American Archives Month. Newsfeed reporter Emma Shimley has more on the story.
Students at Virginia Tech are no stranger to Newman Library and the countless resources at their disposal. One resource students are encouraged to use is the library's Special Collections and University Archives. Acquisitions and Processing Archivist Kira Dietz described what the department handles.
We actually acquire materials that we want people to come in and use for research purposes, for classroom instruction, for reference, things like that. And we also preserve those materials, because a lot of what we house are rare and unique items. They might be one of 100, one of 1,000, maybe even one of a kind. A lot of our historical manuscripts are, of course, totally unique, which is really cool.
The Special Collections Department has recently been showcasing their acquired materials via social media during American Archives Month. Through the hashtags Design Archives and Ask an Archivist, the VT Special Collections team has been able to share pieces of history to fellow archives lovers around the world. Project manager for the Women of Design project, Rebecca Fitzsimmons, has seen positive feedback.
The sheer variety of materials that people are posting has been absolutely fascinating, and that hashtag is actually getting a lot of traction. So I've seen a number of blog posts lately that have been picking it up. And
popular pieces include design work of professional architects from when they were students. For more information on the hashtag Design Archives campaign, visit the Special Collections Department at VT_SCUA on Twitter. This has been Emma Shimley reporting for the Newsfeed.
Just ahead on the newsfeed, the Hokies and the Virginia Tech Police Department come together to celebrate the life and bravery of fallen officer Derek Krause, who was killed during the December 2011 shooting.
And find out how the Black Student Alliance here at Virginia Tech pulled out the homecoming concert after a last-minute mix-up with the artist. That story and more after this break.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to the news feed. I'm Brady Hess.
And I'm Emily McCall. Homecoming week is an exciting time at Virginia Tech, celebrating present and past Hokies who have returned to Blacksburg for the festivities.
But homecoming honors more than just past students. It is a celebration of all those who have served the university at one point or another, including Virginia Tech Police Department Officer Derek Kraus. This year, the annual Homecoming 5K Neon Run was dedicated to VTPD Officer Derek Kraus, who was killed in the line of duty on December 8, 2011. Virginia Tech Rec Sports and the Virginia Tech Police Department co-sponsored the event, benefiting rec sports, student development, and the Virginia concerns of police survivors. Several students and law enforcement gathered and ran in memory of Kraus.
Officer Kraus was a great officer. He was a good friend. We rode motorcycles together. He impacted the community by his presence on campus, interacting well with students, which is what we all strive to do.
Officer Kraus's memory serves as a brave reminder to those who continue to serve for the safety of the university. To support Officer Kraus's family and many families like his, visit Virginia's Concern for Police Survivors website at vacops.org.
Virginia Tech recently celebrated homecoming, and as part of the homecoming activities, the university normally has a big concert for the students a week before the game. But this year, something unusual happened. Newsfeed reporter Terrell Edmonds has more.
The Virginia Tech Homecoming Court is an event that is always looked forward to. This year was a confusion for everyone because the main event did not even perform. A show promoted by the Black Student Alliance was supposed to host rapper Yo Gotti and rap group Travis Porter. Black Student Alliance Vice President Bedegas Muzi shares what happened in the absence of the rapper Yo Gotti.
We could have been better. We started off with Yo Gotti being a headliner, but things fell through, so he was unable to come. But Travis Porter was originally opening for him, but we had to make some decisions, and he basically was the headliner.
With the change of such a late notice, it was free admission to move from Burris Hall to Squires Commonwealth Ballroom. Virginia Tech student Sean Savoy shares his thoughts on the concert.
I was kind of messed up because I was looking forward to seeing him, but I'm gonna just have fun with Travis Porter.
The overall outcome of the concert was not ideal, but the Black Student Alliance made sure there was still some type of entertainment for the misled students. BSA plans to use the money from the miscommunication of this concert to make sure that the spring concert is something to remember. This is Terrell Edmonds reporting for the Newsfeed.
In other news, movie sales have recently been declining, but one company is looking to change that. MoviePass and its new movie card, which is only a few months old, has many talking. While going to the movies is always a fun thing to do, the cost is keeping many away. However, MoviePass' new card service is addressing that issue. The pass costs just $9.95 a month and allows card holders to see one movie a day. It can also be canceled at any time. Once you order, the company sends you a card and you download their app. The card then works by having you check in on the app at participating theaters, where in Blacksburg both the Lyric and Franks accept it. Then you simply swipe the card. MoviePass uses these cards to gather data of when and what movies you watch to sell to movie producers, while also still paying the theaters where you see the movies full price. The company now has many back orders due to this newfound notoriety.
Halloween is right around the corner, and locals can get into the spirit by going to local haunts for a quick scare. The Gallows, an attraction located in Elliston, Virginia, claims to be the most terrifying haunt in the state. Just 20 minutes from Blacksburg, the nearby Scarefest is at a convenient location for Virginia Tech students. The Gallows offers 4 different attractions: Purgatory, Scarecrow's Harvest, Massacre at 266, and Inbred Jed's Hospitality Shed, all of which present a different theme that's meant to scare those who dare enter the attraction. The Gallows is open every Friday and Saturday night through the month of October. A general admission ticket costs $15, and there's a $5 parking fee as well.
That will wrap up this edition of the Newsfeed. If you have a story idea for the Newsfeed, let us know. Send us an email at thenewsfeednrv@gmail.com. And as always, you can also connect with the Newsfeed on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching. I'm Brady Hess.
And I'm Emily McCall.